Hello and welcome back to another episode of the White Sox March to October. We're going to be going down to AAA in our first key game of the episode today. We get a fast track with Brian Ramos. But real quick, I just want to mention, just because the last couple of times that I've gone to stream some March to October, it's kind of been at short notice, but this time I'm planning on it so I can let you know in advance. But after this episode goes up today, as long as you're watching it early enough, I'll be streaming the next episode of the Cubs March to October. I plan on starting at 4 Central, and I also might be live a little bit longer than I usually am because I might want to try and fit in the rest of this season all in one stream, but I don't know that for sure. But yeah, either way, if you want to come hang out, watch some March to October live, I'll see you there. But anyway, back to the White Sox, and I'm really excited for today's episode. I'm really excited for this player lock, so I have to make sure it goes well. Because right now, Brian Ramos is a C potential 63 overall 23-year-old third baseman. So he's got plenty of time left to improve, but if we're successful in this fast track today, he'll go up to at least a B potential, and he'll go up to somewhere between a 67 and a 69 overall, which that would set him down a very nice path. I don't know yet if I would automatically call him up if we're successful, just because like we still have Moncada on the team, and also I don't think that I'll be able to manually send down Estevan Florial, just because as we talk about like every episode at this point, he has all of his minor league options used up, so he'd have to clear waivers to get sent down. And just with the way March to October works this year, they don't even let that be an option. They don't even let you do it. So unless something's changed, Florial won't be an option to send down, and I'd have to choose between, you know, Moncada, Hampson, Stassi wouldn't make sense, so I don't think it'd be worth it to call Ramos up, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. Even if we don't call him up, though, this would be a very big improvement for him, mostly in the potential department, because if we can get him up to a B, maybe even an A, I don't know. I mean, we're looking at a future star on our hands. And actually, one quick thing I forgot to mention is I added Connie Kang to our untouchable section within the trade management screen, just because him being included in a trade in last episode was the only thing that kept me from making a trade. Otherwise, it would have been a really nice trade. So hopefully adding him here, maybe the same trade could pop up just with somebody else. That'd be very ideal. But anyways, let's get into this player lock, and I really am gonna lock in. Like, I'm gonna lean forward, I'm probably gonna shut up for the most part, and I'm gonna focus and make sure I do a good job. I think we're facing a righty, which for Ramos is actually a good thing. His contact is pretty much the same both ways, but he has a lot more power against righties. All right, so here we go. First AB in the first inning right away. This is actually not the best case scenario because we have the clutch active right now, and Ramos's clutch is not very good. Oh, that needs to be fair. Oh, that would have been so nice of a start. Nope, instead I'm doing that. I mean, really? Really? On an 0-2 count, you're breaking that out? The floating slider that breaks down over the plate. Oh my God, it's happening again. All right, at bat number 2 here. Of course, it's already the 4th inning. We have no runs on the board. We're probably going to get stuck at 3 at bats today. And I'm rolling over the slider. I would very much enjoy... Okay, well, that doesn't matter that it pulled him off the base. That doesn't help us at all in terms of getting a boost. But this dude's just pounding the strike zone. Like, I want to be patient. I want to be able to wait for my pitch, but he just throws everything in the zone. Okay, well, just like that, we're on to our next AB, but it's only the 5th inning, and this pitcher's still out there. He was already running low on energy in my last at-bat. Now he's out of energy, and they still have him in. And we're going to take advantage of it. That's extra bases. It's going to go. Oh, I did it. That should be all it takes. No matter what I do from here on out, I think we've secured our upgrade from Brian Ramos. I mean, it took the pitcher being way out of energy, a 3-1 count, and a fastball right down the middle. And on top of it, I think a little bit of luck with not the best PCI placement. But I don't even care. I will take getting bailed out if it means that I succeed in a hitter player lock. I don't even know, man. Is that the first? It could be the first or second even hitter player lock that I've succeeded in this entirety of the White Sox March to October. I've had such bad luck, and this dude's still pitching. Why is he in? And how is he only giving up the 3 runs? He was legitimately in the yellow energy in my second at bat when he was like 50 pitches in. Oh, and I mean, come on. You're like 40 pitches past being completely out of energy, and he's just going to spot up the perfect cutter. Another at bat, though. 5 at bats. I mean, I really hope going 1 for 5 with a bomb doesn't like ruin our chances at succeeding. So I'll just get another hit anyway, I guess. Left the slider right down the middle. Perfect swing. 2 for 5 on the day. Couple runs driven in. A homer. I think we can feel safe. And that's going to do it. I mean, we lose the game, but that doesn't matter down here in the minor leagues. All that matters is we see the 1+ icon popping up, and then that also should give us 1 fireball icon for momentum. So let's see. Let's just make sure here. Solid 2-hit game. I feel like that's underselling it a bit, but as long as we get the plus, that's all that we care about. Now I'm just excited to see what that gets him. And we had no momentum to begin with, so it is nice to at least get a little something there. And we've got a series against the Astros, and there it is. Right away, they are giving me the opportunity to call him up. I don't know. I mean, first things first, let's take a look at the boost. He does get up to that 69 overall. His potential only went up to a B. I wasn't sure if maybe he'd go up to an A because I've had a couple times. Well, now I can't remember what Jake Eder and Schuster started at. I think they started at C's, maybe not D's. So I guess that throws what I was going to say out the window. But sometimes I've had fast tracks start at a D potential and get up to a B. So I don't know if there's a chance to start at a C and get up to an A, or if you're just always going to go up to a B. But I'll take it. It's the normal big boost to the contact, the vision, and the discipline, but I think everything else went up too. I feel like usually in these attribute increase player locks, everything else only goes up 1. So I don't know if maybe me getting 2 hits gave me an extra point. I don't know. But yeah, that completely transforms what Brian Ramos can be for us moving into the future. I mean, that's a solid hitter right there, especially like continuing to get better with a B potential and being that young. Having this foundation of high 60s contact, good power, at least against righties, which I think matters more. He's solid in the field. Now, the only question is going to be, did they somehow make a change to March to October since last season to let me send down Estevan Florial? So let's just see if I select to call him up here. And no, we could send him down for a pitcher, but we also can't send down our pitchers. That would make sense to send down because they also have all their minor league options used up. So yeah, we can't call up Ramos. I mean, we can't get rid of our backup catcher. I know injuries are off, so it's not like Garver can get hurt and we need a replacement, but I'm pretty sure player energies still exist in the background, even though it's something I can't see. Otherwise, every starter would be playing every game. So the point I'm trying to make is if Mitch Garver plays in so many games straight that his energy is completely drained down to 0, I think that would have an adverse effect on how he plays, which is why we have to keep a backup catcher around. And then past Stassi, it's just players that are too highly rated to not be worth the risk. So I'm sure at some point down the line we'll get another chance to call up Ramos, but even with what we've set him up with after that, he should be able to get some nice progression going forward. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to leave him in the minor leagues for now. And as far as this scouting goes, we're just gonna keep scouting this dude that we are already scouting. We have a new pitcher to scout that will get him up fully scouted by the end. But then with our left field scouting by position, there's somebody kind of interesting that I want to show off a bit. He's only 35% scouted and he's only ranked 85th overall by our scouts, but that is still a big improvement over his MLB consensus rank. But the reason he's so interesting is look at this skill set. I mean, a future potential power going all the way up to the mid 90s, but also the potential that his speed and stealing is mid to high 90s. Throw in the fact that he's got a big arm. I mean, if this dude pans out, we could be looking at the next Acuna. I would imagine we'll be doing more scouting before this episode's over, so we'll probably get another chance to look at him, but I'll keep you guys updated on him because that guy kind of has me excited to take him. And I think we had a pretty nice sim there. We won a series against the Astros. Now we've taken 2 straight against Cleveland, and Cleveland's who we're trying to chase down to take the division. So it's taken us a while. It's taken us 37 games to get our projected wins back up to where it started at, which was 91. And it's also taken us until what will be our 38th game to hopefully, if we win, claim the lead in the division. All right, so let's do it here. We've got a 1-run lead to protect against Cleveland with 3 innings to go in the game. Jordan Montgomery's out there, so this will be our first chance seeing him since signing him in the offseason. I think he's been off to a pretty good start in the year. 72 pitches in. He should have some energy left. Oh, he's got a lot left. Nice. I'm excited to be able to use him then for a bit. I do want to check and see what we're looking like. Our one run came from a Benintendi solo shot. Garver's getting caught stealing, which I don't know why he's ever stealing in the first place. But yeah, Montgomery, scoreless 2-hit outing so far with 7 punch outs to have his ERA at 2.33 on the year. And there we go, 3-pitch strikeout to start it out. You know, I can't remember if I ever mentioned it when I was signing him, but Jordan Montgomery is also a bit of a White Sox March to October legend. I forget exactly which one it was. It could also have just been the MLB 22 March to October, but I feel like it was a different one. I feel like it was back in 20 or 21. But we had traded for Jordan Montgomery, and he pitched really well for us from that point. I also just kind of glossed over the fact there that he just gave up a base hit, but we'll be fine. 2 outs, we don't need to let that runner do anything. And there we go. Yeah, just like that, we punch him out. Garver blocks it. Gets us through the 7th inning. Let's see if we can add some more onto this lead. You know, sometimes it's just so nice to come onto this White Sox March to October and see some of these players actually playing well. Like Andrew Vaughn, watching the game the other day and seeing him step up to the plate with the batting average below 200. It's just so disheartening. But then I'm able to come on here and I see he's putting together a good year so far. And then, is that going to bloop in? It will. And then I get to pick up a base hit with him. And then Montgomery. Oh, he made the play on it. Man, I thought that was going to be a base hit. We'd have 2 on with nobody out. But I guess, yeah, Jimenez is making that play, isn't he? Oh, man, and then I'm under that one. That's that spot. That's the whole reason I've started not anchoring my PCI up, is to try and hit pitches in that spot, and I still slam the PCI down too far. Benintendi's another one. Benintendi's another dude who you watch the real life games, and of course, perfect swing's not going to do anything, but you watch the real life games, he stinks. On here, 322 average. All right, we're going to try and see if Montgomery can just go straight through the 8th inning here and bring us to the 9th. Well, that's a good start. That was getting to the wall anyway. All right, well, you know what? Leadoff double like that with only a 1-run lead. We're not going to leave Montgomery in there to give up the lead himself. We're going to hopefully play it safe, going to Tanner Scott, 91 overall arm. He should be able to shut the door. There we go. That is exactly what we need. Perfect slider there, too. Yeah, he is actually going to sack bunt. Ooh, but he's not going to be successful. Nice. Come on, Duran. Come on, Duran. All right, 99 arm is going to get it there in time. Only 1 more inning to go to keep it scoreless. I mean, I kind of hope that I don't need to keep it scoreless, in the sense that I'd like to add some insurance on. I don't know, I guess that's a weird way to phrase it, but let's just, yeah, let's do more of that. Oh, and that's a couple times I've tried to go the other way on fastballs on the outer half, and I can't find the right swing for it. That's got to go. Yeah, that just jumped off his bat. That is leaving, right? Oh, that was actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, but there we go. There's our insurance that I was talking about. Just a casual, easy-looking home run off the bat of Luis Robert for his 8th on the year. I don't know if that's leading the team, but it feels like it could be. Oh, well, that's why it barely left, because the wind's blowing in 7 miles per hour. And Fletcher's going to keep the inning going. I love that swing. Nice slap base hit the other way. Ooh, that was a nice spot for that pitch. Oh, that's not going to stay fair, is it? Oh, no, that would have been so nice. Oh, and then he punches me out with this slider. I mean, we did our damage. We did what we needed to do. Made the lead feel a little bit more safe. So here we go. Let's get Crochet in here. Let's keep trying to boost his numbers back up, because for some reason, he's kind of struggling to start this year. I mean, he gave up only 1 run in the entirety of last season. He's already given up 6 runs this year. I thought it was going to show his stats, but it didn't. But yeah, he has a 5.40 ERA. He's only blown 1 save in 9 attempts, so like 8 for 9. That isn't terrible. It's just all the runs he's giving up in between. I don't know, but that's something to keep an eye on, especially with all the bullpen upgrades we made in the offseason. If Crochet is going to struggle, we've got options. Don't really know how he made contact on that. I thought that kind of a swing to make contact was reserved for Diamond Dynasty Online. There we go. I kind of gave J-Ram a bit of a gift there with the fastball missing over the plate. It's just 2 outs. And Vlad, I got the throw. And he's going to get it there on time. So no strikeouts. That's not really Garrett Crochet's style, but he still gets the 1-2-3 inning, picks up the save. Nice and easy 3-0 win there. And we get the extra momentum fireball for the shutout too, which is nice. 3 fireballs for a game where I was already winning. All right, so that should give us possession of the division here. We were down a half game. Now we should be up a half game. We get a nice amount of momentum there. So hopefully we can pick up enough wins to keep us out in front. And of course, first thing we do is lose to the Twins, but then we bounce back, take the next 2, and now we've got more scouting to deal with. All right, now at 85%, this third baseman we'd been spending a couple weeks on actually doesn't look like he's turned out to be that great. This pitcher looks really good though, 49th ranked overall by the rest of the league, but we have him as the 5th ranked option in the entire draft. He's a lefty, 18 years old, good stamina rating, which is like the main thing I look at since that doesn't improve over time. Pitch mix is a little weird, a 4-seam and a running fastball, and then a changeup and curve. But if we can get a 5th overall pick level talent down at, you know, the 30th pick or wherever we're going to be, definitely someone worth keeping an eye on. And then speaking of worth keeping an eye on, our left fielder Nieves here, his ranking went up a little bit further for us. His ratings still look just as good. I think his potential window shortened up without losing any at the top end. All right, so we're gonna fully change up what we're scouting. I'm gonna hone in on Nieves here. I was hoping to get him to 100%, but this will just take him up to 95. But that'll still give us a good look into really what he should be. I also found a center fielder that looks like he could be pretty good if he hits on the higher end of some of these things. Potential for 99 speed. And then we're also gonna move to scouting Eastern starting pitchers. Back to scouting by position here. We still got over half of our scouting left to go, so there's a lot of time to find some more picks here. And then we do win the last game of the series against the Twins, and we get to start a series against the Mariners. And yep, there it is, a game and a half above Cleveland. We have sole possession of the division now. It took a little bit longer into the year than I would have liked to, but still, for 42 games in, 24-18, you'd never know we got off to as bad of a start as we did. And I don't know, this might be cutting it a little short today, but this next key game looks like it's going to be a little bit of a longer one, starting us in the 6th inning. So we're just going to go ahead and wrap things up here today, because overall this was a very positive episode. We succeeded in the Ramos player lock down in AAA, changed his career trajectory, and then picked up ourselves a nice win, taking control of the division in the process. So again, remember, if you're watching this the day that I uploaded it, I'll either be live soon or I might already be live right now. So go ahead, check in, hang out with me for a bit. But otherwise, make sure you've left your like on this episode. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying. But thanks for watching again today, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time.